This lady said, with tears in her eyes, I'm an ASU student. I had a good job. I had a car, an apartment, everything was going well for me. And I lost my job. And within 3 months, I no longer had my apartment and I no longer had my car. And she said, and now I'm at a food pantry to eat. And she said to me, I used to donate to places like this. So gave her a big hug and told her, this is why we're here. This is why we do what we do. And so if this makes you, feel bad that you're having to be here, then keep this in mind. We're going to help you get back on your feet. And when you get back on your feet, you can then again start being a donor or a volunteer here.
I love the Hunger and Health Coalition. I've been on the board almost a year now, but I've worked with nonprofits ever since I came up here. So this is definitely my heart. We have such a wonderful population of people. When I moved to Boone, I knew it was my home. I know we get hundreds of calls each month of people that aren't, they just can't meet their needs with their electric bill, or, if somebody gets sick, or if their car breaks down. A lot of things factor into people not being able to put food on their table. I think what we need is the community support and awareness, most of all. Definitely money is always the most, because we can go and buy a lot of food for very little, from a food bank. And food is always in need. We have never turned away food, and we are so gracious. We've got the restaurants in town that come and, donate at the end of the night. And, our great staff here is able to take and make box lunches with that.
Donations that's how we live. That's what we survive on here. So we do get some money from the governments, the county and city governments here, but when you compare that amount of money to our year budget, it's a drop in the bucket. So we have to have donations from people. So we make as many partnerships as we can with as many businesses as we can to try to make sure that something that they may call waste, for us it's not waste, it's still usable. The Hunger and Health Coalition, the hunger part of the name comes from the support that we give folks with actual food, and then the health part of the title comes from the pharmacy.
Here's how the pharmacy works. Anyone who needs medication, life-saving medication, is able to obtain it free of charge. You have to come in and register and sign up. You have to have a need that you don't have the means to pay for it. But the pharmacy has certain hours that it's open, and people bring in their prescriptions, and you fill it like just a normal pharmacy, and there is no charge to the client. Some medications are extremely expensive and people can't afford them, and seniors do struggle between being able to afford their medication and to be able to eat.
We all have a story. And these folks that come here, their story is no different. than any of the rest of us. So we've all been through good times and bad times, and for a lot of the folks that are coming here, this is just one of the bad times for them.
You know, you just wouldn't know how many people up here, how hard it is to make ends meet, because the cost of living is high. And a lot of people, it's hard for them to make a decision of whether or not to buy food or to pay for their life-saving medication. And Hunger and Health Coalition bridges that gap. We don't turn anybody away that is in need. And, you know, by the grace of God, it could be me.